The first step to finding lawyers as clients of yours is to understand where to look. The biggest firms handle the biggest cases. They have lawyers and support personnel that can work on various facets of a large case. The largest law firms do not limit their casework because they can handle virtually any litigation, since they employ lawyers that specialize in a variety of different forms of litigation. Other law firms offer specialized case services. They may only handle financial cases, or intellectual property cases, or medical cases, or accident cases. Solo practitioners and law firms with just a few lawyers on staff may specialize in an area such as accidents or employment law. You should at least learn which law firms mesh best with your own expertise. So what can you do to become known by the lawyers in these firms? They may regularly read a publication in their specialty. You could advertise in that journal or magazine that focuses on their part of the law. A small advertisement about your expert witness services that includes your website address, don't forget that, may get the ball rolling and the phones ringing. You should also construct your own advertisements so that you don't sound overly aggressive or overly in favor of the plaintiff or the defense side of cases. If you do that, only half the possible attorneys will contact you. Worse still, when you eventually testify, an opposing attorney may use your own ads against you to establish your bias toward one side or the other. That will reduce your credibility with a jury. Although some experts regularly use print advertising, my personal preference is to use the internet for essentially free and relatively inexpensive advertising choices. A key tactic is to be sure in your advertising not to sound aggressive or skewed toward one side or the other of the cases. Direct contact, of course, is an effective form of marketing, but it can be difficult. If you have no experience yet with attorneys, you should first identify law firms that specialize in the area of law that may need your expertise. Call the firm, especially if it's a large firm, to determine which attorneys at that firm specialize in cases involving your expertise. You can then try to arrange meetings to present your credentials. It has been a problem in the past for expert witnesses to present themselves personally and visually to attorneys. The video registry at www.expert-witnesses.net solves that difficulty. Your database entry lists your standard credentials, but also offers the option to upload a video of you speaking and demonstrating your presentation skills. An attorney seeking an expert will not have to wonder how you sound or look if your video is available there. Direct contact through personal visits to a law firm is time-consuming. Personal meetings are worth considering at very large law firms that may have many attorneys who potentially could hire you. It will be even better if the large law firm has a specialty group in your expertise. Word of mouth will bring you new business when attorneys recommend you to other attorneys in the same law firm or in other law firms, as well as different departments of that large law firm that I've been talking about. In those large firms, the lawyers will often ask each other if they know of a possible expert with a particular skill. Other than at the larger law firms, personal contacts are not likely to have big payback. Lawyers in general seem to increasingly favor using the internet and the search engines there to find their own experts.